Okay, so we got these points coming down. Let's turn off that entity. We don't need to see that. What I'd like to do is split up some of these points to go with, if I merge. So I'm going to take some of these, and some of these points. So we've got the big spheres and the small ones, and kind of, the bigger spheres are, are going to add some noise, do some interesting stuff with the. So, I don't want to have a perfect sphere, and then the other ones that will be really small and just kind of tiny little specks, which we don't need to mesh. But I want to take some of these to go into that process. So, we need to split some of them, and we need a way of grouping a percentage of these. So do that with a wrangle, and again, use that ID attributes, okay? So we'll use an if statement, a conditional. So if the random number created with the ID, okay, is more than our channel that we will create, so channel float, we'll call it isolate. We need, I always do that. We got two different symbols there, you see. You can use either or, but make sure both are the same. And then open brackets for our conditional. So if the random number is more than whatever this number is, which we'll make later, then we'll make a group and include that point in the group. So the way we do that is we say I add group, and then underscore, and then the name of the group that you want to make. So I'm going to call it mid, so for mid size, and then set the value to 1, which means it's in the group. Okay, there we go. So if we do that now, and then come here and get that mid group, okay, and now when we start to do that, you'll see we're getting a percentage of those points now. So at 1 is 100%, 0 is 0%. So, a very small quantity here. Let's do, I'm going to invert this selection, so I'm getting those small sizes, okay? And I want, like, really not a lot. So we want to bring that across, like that. So we want to merge these together into here. No, we don't want to do that. I want to get another copy to points, and then these will be the points to go in there, and then we'll merge these together like that. Oh, but we need to randomize these attributes as well. God, this is getting a bit messy, so let's try tidy up as best I can. Like that. Bring this up there. Kind of a bit up and down, but we got the result there. So yeah, we'll need to play with this attribute randomize as well, get some kind of values in there. So pscale again, I'm not going to animate these, so delete channels there. And I'm going to do it a bit different, so let's do this with a ramp. Okay. Drop that. So just the two values is fine. I'm going to do it from really, really small values now. So these are the tiny bubbles. 0.005 to 0.001. Okay, so kind of a mid size there. So if I cut that, we've got those, and then this size, and then we'll do other spheres that come out of this side, which will be smaller still, right? So we'll do another copy to points over here with another sphere. So a sphere in the left, points in the right, and this another attribute randomize on the points. No, actually here I want to use so in the popnet, in here we're generating this this pop drag, this air resist attribute, which tells us which particles are moving the slowest. And if they're bigger, the bigger the particle, the faster it's going to be, rising. It contains more air, so it's going to be more buoyant. So we can use that to guide the size of our spheres. So I'm going to use a attribute remap here. Okay. And the original name is resist. Make sure I could have just chosen it there. And the new name will be pscale. Okay, and the values will be from, so they're whatever you've got here. So if we can actually, instead of trying to simulate through, we can work it out here. So it'll be either 25 or 20% of 25. So we'll do from the value be from 25 to like 7.5, something like that. Okay, and then the output will be 0 to 1. So our p-scale now is 0 to 1 based on whatever particle had a air resist of 25 now has a p-scale of 1. Obviously that's too big, so we use the ramp. I need that actually. And the large size will be very small, so that's the smallest size of this, which was 0.001. I'm going to do this one is 0.001, and that goes down to half that, 0.0005, so almost nothing, just a particle really. Okay, so play through that. We get a sense of the scale there, really, really small. Go to cam 1 there. Good, okay, so I think that's all of our particles come together, all of the spheres generated. Next, I want to do something with these bigger spheres, so kind of deform the surface a little bit.